Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Dolphins going up against the Raiders.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay and Oakland, California. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Oakland Raiders. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. 3 yards to go here on 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Carr going to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
They run again with Jackson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. The dangerous Jarvis Landry back for Miami. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. 319. 319. No. Check. Patriot.
To throw from his end zone. Fox forced out to his left. And his first pass is incomplete. The tight end Julius Thomas, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Detroit.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready. And they were, and they picked that one off.
On the ground, this is Jackson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the game there. 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. Stops short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down, it's Jackson, and he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in from a yard out, and the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, but it's in that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, Fox looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be shoved to the turf that time, near the 25. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's caught by Beasley. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now it's Jackson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, here's Carr. Steps, and now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Carr to throw on second down. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And that'll make it third down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion down. Made it very difficult.
To throw, it's Carr. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And on second and 10 now. Shift together here from the D-line. To throw on second down. Fox. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Operating from the gun, Fox. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 22. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On the run, this is Jackson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
The best defensive lineman They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And out come the Dolphins now.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. From the gun, Fox. Flushed out right, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he's got his man. That's Landry. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back near the 42. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll run it with Jackson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
29.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Carr now on 1st down. And Cook has it left side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now Carr. And he slings one that's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it fourth down. And Janikowski bangs it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
Now Davian Williams to return it. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Edwards.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Bruce Irvin in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Looking to throw on second down. Fox. He's going to look deep now for Landry. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. But winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Throwing his car on third down. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
That was a very tough sequence for the offense.
The Raiders on third down. 3 run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that... This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And that'll hit in the end zone. Rendered 2 points on the safety. You don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. To throw on second down. Fox over the middle, able to find Carew. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down. From the gun on third down. Fox. And it's caught by Parker. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. McKinnon. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Off-play action. Fox. He's going to look deep for Julius Thomas. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to... He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Flush to his right and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And complete right side to Cook. A Raiders first down. Carr hooking up with Cook. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end?
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jerick McKinnon taking it in from the 20. And the Dolphins are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. And it's it's good to make it 15-14, 1-point game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. Cooper's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. 48, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever.
Brought down just inside the 40. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now it's the backup Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And this one is right down Broadway. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And the Raiders have got him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's going to go down again. Mario Edwards. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jacob Shum now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back to the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Shotgun now for Carr. And he fires one incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And now it's second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So second and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
29.
On third down, Carr. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Carr now on first down. Forced out to his left. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Looking to throw on second down. Carr. This is caught. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 70 yards. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's Tannehill, and this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And Ndamukong Suh able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Here's Carr to throw. And that is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and and they're already marching backward. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Now McKinnon. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
2nd down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Back now in the East Bay. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get to first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this 1st down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
This fielded at the 2. And now here come the Raiders. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Time running out here on the play clock. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. And he motions the wide receiver. Now Carr, got to have this one. And that is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They run once more with McKinnon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They run it with McKinnon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Carr. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw. He finds Coleman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Back to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They come out here in the I. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with time running out. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. So now here come the Dolphins. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Here again is McKinnon. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now it's Tannehill. Now he's forced out left. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. First throw in overtime for Tannehill. A dump down to McKinnon. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back near the 34-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill steps away to his left. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Here's McKinnon, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, you think back to some of the great OT games in postseason history. There have been a lot of them. I think in January 2016, Hail Mary from Aaron Rodgers, but the Cardinals were able to survive that game.
Yeah, you need a Larry Fitzgerald, which the Cardinals had, to trump an Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary, and they did so. But let's go back. 1982. Okay.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mario Edwards in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt. It helps out your defense with field position.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done now. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16, and he'll be down at the 6-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking.